Hello, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hope you're having a good day today. Just as I did. I'm gonna say that every time we win the game. We won today, 1-0 against Crystal Palace, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Boring Arsenal is back, just like the title says. Don't take it in a wrong way. We used to be called Boring Arsenal because we always beat our teams, our opposition teams, 1-0, and it wasn't a very good to watch game. Mostly boring games at that time. Maybe I wasn't alive. I don't know. I certainly didn't saw that, but I'm just going through what the history says. And it was a boring game today. A boring game. I thought we had chances to score at least 2 or 3 goals. But it was a boring game. First half it was very static. We had a few options. Eze almost took all of the Crystal Palace players out, but he got stripped of the ball at the edge of the box. Eze could have scored that for sure, and it was a great tackle by the defender. Then he scored a very, very acrobatic goal, very good, amazing shot, first time, and that's something that we want to see. We want to see players shooting the ball first time, and of course the goalkeeper wasn't set up. Just like the Martinelli goal against Atletico Madrid, when you hit the ball first time, the goalkeepers are not going to be set up to save that shot. And that's exactly what happened today. It was a boring game, very static game, but I want to talk about the positives here, and it's defensively how good we are. As you guys can see right here, no shots on goal for Crystal Palace. We gotta maybe review the. It was a first half save from Raya. I thought that ball was going in, and he made the save. So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, but I think that was a shot on goal. Sorry, but it don't matter. On 3 goals without a shot on goal, that's very good defensively, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Which for me is the difference between this season and the previous ones. Last season, the previous ones under Mikel Arteta, there was always a part in the game where I was worried and I was thinking, it's going to be just a matter of time before the opposition team gets a chance. Maybe they're going to score, and that's how we lost a lot of games. We dominated the games and the opposition team had 2 or 3 chances, and they converted into goals those chances. So this season is different. This season it looks like we are the 90 minutes always concentrated, being amazingly set up defensively, and every single chance that the opposition team has, we take the ball away from them or we stop them just right when that chance is gonna come to fruition. We stop the guys, and that's very good. Defensively this season, I think we look different from what previous seasons have panned out. Even with ARSN Wenger and Unai Emery, there was always those couple of minutes in which you knew that the opposition team could have scored a goal against us, and maybe they did, and that's how we lost games like Fulham, like West Ham and Crystal Palace, which this season we've beaten the 3 of them. And we got to talk about, West Ham, they're having an awful season, no wins at all. But talking about Arsenal, I'm very confident this season, even if we play boring, that's the game plan for the Premier League. We played that boring type of football, that conservative type of football. We've seen it work out against most teams. It didn't work against Liverpool. It didn't work against Man City. So hopefully we're going to go against those teams and play the same way we play against Atletico Madrid, which is something that might work out because Atletico are much better side than Crystal Palace and most of the teams in the Premier League. And we beat them, we destroy them. So the teams that are on that level are Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool maybe not. They are having a rough time right now. They've lost 4 in a row. And that's what angers me, that we couldn't capitalize against that Liverpool team, because they are looking the same as when we played against them. They were just lucky. and a lot of people were talking about how Liverpool couldn't afford to play the same way throughout the season, and it's now coming into fruition, the fact that they cannot win those games playing the same way, and that's why they have 4 losses. So at the moment, that's the thing that worries me for Arsenal. How long can we keep up playing this boring type of football and win games 1-0 without creating chances, without having, clear-cut opportunities to finish and destroy the opposition teams? We know we have that quality. We've seen it against Atletico Madrid this season. We've seen it against Leeds. We've seen that Arsenal team that can beat opposition teams and dismantle them. How are we going to keep the season going? That's my question, because are we going to just keep playing the same way against Crystal Palace, like today, against other teams? Or are we going to switch at some point in the season and start dismantling teams? That's my worry, because I don't think this type of football is reliable in the modern era. Maybe it worked for us years and years ago, but as of now, I don't think that's a reliable way to play football, because if you concede a goal at the later stages of the game, how are you going to get that goal back? Maybe you're not going to have enough time to get that goal back and win the game. And those are things that cost us the league previous seasons. So I don't think this pattern of play from us is reliable. But hopefully we're going to find a way to switch against certain teams, and we're going to win those games. As of now, I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to talk bad about the game plan and the manager, because it's working. At the moment, it's working. And this season, I'm only focused on getting the 3 points. And we've done that. Tough games, and we are winning those. And Crystal Palace is a tough team to beat. And we got the 3 points this season at home. So, very happy talking about how we are getting the 3 points very constantly. And the only worry for me is the fact that I don't think this is a reliable way of playing football till the end of the season. We have to keep the momentum going, but hopefully in the next couple of games we're going to start beating the teams 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, giving chances to Gyökeres. We're going to have to talk about Gyökeres as well. Today, 2 chances, and the guy didn't even shoot the ball. Second half, both chances in the second half. Well, he had one in the first half, and he received the ball with his chest and literally sent it forward like, I don't know, a lot. And then he went into the baseline and had to go back. So back control by him. But talking about the second half chances, he had one in which he literally received the ball bouncing. I don't care if you're away, like if your distance with the goal is far away, just shoot the ball. The goalkeeper is not going to expect a goal like that. Victor Gyökeres has that in his locker. And it seems to me like there is a confidence level. And I thought that after the Atletico Madrid game was going to be like his turning point. But today I saw the same Gyökeres that I've seen throughout the season. I know I don't want to judge the player until half of the season. But I'm going to be honest here. Those chances, you have to shoot. You're a striker, you have to shoot. I'm going to criticize him today because he literally bounced the ball. He was in a great position to shoot the ball, and he decided to take a touch. Then when he took that touch, he had 3 Crystal Palace defenders on him. One was on the right, and he decided to go to the right and literally pass the ball to the defender. Why, Gyökeres? Just shoot the ball. And then at the end of the second half, I thought it was in the additional time. He literally had to just take a touch on the right and make a shot. And he took a touch, and then he was in the middle of the box. Well, on the edge of the box, but on the middle side, and decided to pass the ball to a defender. He gave time to the defenders to just wait for him, and literally it was a 1-on-1, then it became a 2-on-1, and then a 4-on-1. Just shoot the ball, Gyökeres. You have that in your locker. Shoot the ball. You're a striker. If there's no one available for you to pass, just shoot it. Some of those are going to go in. You have the quality, you have the strength. We've seen how strong his shots are. Literally, he just had to take a touch and shoot. And decided to take a bunch of touches, and gave time to the Crystal Palace defensive line to just be there waiting for a shot that never came in. So that's my worry with Gyökeres. I don't see a confident guy, and I thought the Atletico Madrid game was going to be helpful for him to finally find out his form and his way of playing. Today I saw nothing. Yes, he was starving. We didn't give him a lot of chances, but the two he had, bro, you have to finish them. And that's what separates world-class players from good players. And at the moment, Gyökeres is not even looking good. So it's very worrying. I'm not going to turn on him. I think he's just having a tough time, but he's a good player. I've seen him without the ball, and his movement is very good. We are struggling to find him. So I'm not going to judge him on that, but I'm going to judge him on the things that he can control. And those two chances, he literally could control them. He could make a shot far away from goal, but he has that in his locker. You just have to shoot the ball and hope for the ball to go in between the three posts. And he literally decided to take a touch and then go to the right, straight to the defender. That's not an intelligent play. That's not good football. And then at the end of the second half, at the additional time, again, you just take a touch and you make a shot. We've seen Saka doing it. We've seen Martinelli do it. We've seen a bunch of players around the world doing those type of things, and the ball are going, the shots are going in goal. Some of them, the goalkeepers get them. Some of them are goals. Others go wide. It doesn't matter. You just take a touch to the right and you make a shot. And you try. And it looked like he was afraid of shooting the ball. And you cannot have a striker being afraid of that. So very worried on Gyökeres today. I'm going to talk about the lineup. Some things that I'm very concerned about. The fact that William Saliba had to go out in the at halftime. And the stream that I was watching, the commentators were saying that William Saliba didn't even go to the bench. That's very worrying. The great sign actually would be that we have Christian Mosquera and Piero Hincapié as well. Those two can play. Mosquera, I know he made a mistake against Newcastle, but I think he has been so far very solid, very good. He's very young, so it's normal for him to make mistakes. The Newcastle mistake he committed, we were able to win the game. So this is a bounce back for him. He played very good today, was very confident. I think defensively he was very composed and is a good replacement. That is the bright side. Pierre Hincapié is back. We know he can play left back because the manager plays him there. He played today as left back. He can play again as a centre back. I saw the guy being on as a left back, being as a centre back, so I was very, very confident on watching him. He comes from a very good side. He was champion at the Bundesliga, and I think he's a very good player. From where I'm from, you normally see those type of guys because they're Latin Americans, and you see them doing well, and on the news, people talking about them, and I know he's a good player. I've seen him play as well. Great addition, and we do have two guys that come on and replace any of the four playing right now. Ben White as well, and that's another option. He is not as good as a centre back. He's more of a right back or more of a back three defensive player, but he can do a job. So we do have three guys that can play in the centre back positions. Hopefully Gabriel is not going to get injured. Saliba, hopefully, is not going to be a tough injury to recover from, but it's worrying the fact that he went down, because I genuinely believe he's still the best defender that we have. I was going to say defensive player, but he's a centre back, so just the best centre back that we have is William Saliba, in my opinion. I know he's had some bozo moments, but still he's the best defender, in my opinion. Gabriel, great game today, and that competition between Saliba and Gabriel, we don't know who the best defender is. For me, it's Saliba, but for a lot of people, it's Gabriel, and the fact that he's scoring goals is a big plus. I know scoring goals is part of being a forward, but he literally has carried us with those goals, so good to see. Calafiori didn't have too much to do. I was very happy with how he played. A standard performance from Calafiori. Union Timber, the best right back in the league, one of the best in the world, and he was demon timing in the first half. Really, he was looking like a right wing. Very good, very, very good. Subimendi was struggling today. I don't think he had a good game. First half was atrocious. Second half was a standard performance, but I don't believe he had a very good game. He gave the ball away. That could have ended up in a Crystal Palace goal. And he was struggling. Wasn't looking very good. But he carried on with the game. Played the 90 minutes. Second half was a standard performance for him, in my opinion. So let's just say he bounced back to a normal performance, and that's good to see. At least you want your players that are having a rough time to switch around in the second half. That's very good to see. Bukayo Saka, he didn't have too many options to attack. He wasn't looking very, good. I'm gonna say it wasn't his best performance. It was a bad performance for his standards. He's so good that you're normally used to watching him perform amazing, and today he didn't. So I'm gonna call it a bad performance, but that's because his standards are so high that you're normally expecting him to be a factor in every single game. Today he wasn't. There's a reason why the manager decided to take him off. Maybe he was tired, maybe he wasn't feeling, very well physically. And Martinelli came in. Martinelli, he's not a right wing, so I didn't saw a good Martinelli today. He came into the pitch. It's good that we see those guys playing on the left, on the right, in the middle, because that's versatility, as the manager likes to call. But Gabriel Martinelli is not a right wing at all. He is definitely a centre forward and maybe a left back that can drift to the centre, but yeah, as a right wing, I thought he wasn't very good. Mikel Merino came in from Declan Rice. Declan Rice went injured again. He was limping, kind of. I don't think it's going to be a tough injury for him. I thought it's just something that happens in a game, and then a couple of days go by, he's going to be good. But it's very worrying, again, because Declan Rice is a vital point on what Arsenal does. So Merino came into the pitch. He wasn't looking very good. Mikel Merino, I think he has to play more forward, to be honest. I would have played Skelly at Rice position. Skelly played, Lewis Skelly, he went into the pitch. Very good to see. He was, a standard performance, just like changes that happened every single time. It's not very, I don't know, bro. It's just a normal change that you do when you want to run the clock off. So I'm not going to talk too much about the guys that came in. Well, actually, Mikel Merino and Skelly. Merino, he had a couple of times the ball, but he wasn't looking very good. Merino, for me, is more of a guy that has to play forward. He tried to give the ball to Trossard, and it was an atrocious pass. And Trossard looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So, yeah, Merino for me has to be like more of a forward, if I'm honest. Skelly, I would have tried him in the defensive midfielder position just to see how he plays, because when we have the ball, he normally plays in that area. He's a midfielder when we have the ball, and he's great. Defensively, of course, he has to go to the left back position, but I genuinely believe Skelly is our answer to the defensive midfield possible positions that we have in the possible. I don't even know what I was going to say. Sorry, but I think Lewis Skelly is the answer to possible problems that we might have in the defensive midfield area due to injuries, guys not performing, different game plans and things like that. Because Lewis Skelly, in my opinion, defensively is very good. He seems kind of lost sometimes in the left back area, but in the midfield, he looks confident, he looks great, he imposes himself going forward, and defensively as well. He is a defensive midfielder, people. We've seen that before when he was a youth guy. That's his natural position. Mikel Arteta also said it at a press conference. The thing is that he is so good that he can play as a left back as well. But I think the answer to some problems that we might face in the future, and I'm not talking bad about the team, problems are part of football, are part of every single team. You cannot expect a season to go perfect. We might struggle with injuries, red cards, game plans. It's normal. We have to figure out a way to beat every single team. And I think Skelly, being a defensive midfielder, is the answer to a lot of the issues that we might face in the future. So I would have liked to see him play today as a defensive midfielder, because I think we have a gem on Miles Lewis Skelly, and if we played him in his natural position, alongside Declan Rice, for example, because Subimendi today was having a rough game. Let's just say we have to switch Subimendi and have to play someone else. I'm trusting Skelly and Declan Rice as our midfield duo in that area. So I would have liked to see him play in that position, but, well, the manager decided to do something else. At the moment it's working, we're getting the 3 points, so I'm not going to be moaning about it. Eberechi Eze, he played very good today, he scored the goal, great. Victor Gyökeres already talked on him. Yeah, I think he lacks confidence, and I thought the Atletico Madrid was going to be the game, the turning point for him. It wasn't. Very disappointed with that. But hopefully, I'm just going to judge him at the middle of the season, because that for me is the right time to judge a guy. And then Leandro Trossard, the standard performance, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad. Sometimes he did great, sometimes he did awful. Standard performance from Leandro Trossard. Not too much to say. David Raya, I'm not even going to talk about him, because the guy could have taken a cup of coffee and just watched the game. He was literally a fan on the pitch. Nothing to do. One save that the stats say it was going wide, so yeah, that was it. But yeah, basically we won the game. At this moment in time, how the season has been going, I just care about the 3 points. And yes, there are things that worry me, but everything has worked out. So far, everything has been working out very good. And we're still getting 3 points. When we need to destroy teams, we do it. When we need to just play a normal performance and get the 3 points, we do it just like today. So I'm not going to blast on the tactics and say a lot of that. I'm just going to focus on the three points. And now we're going back to, let me just watch the positions. Man City lost today to Bournemouth. And it was, well, Sunderland that got a win. Aston Villa was the team that beat Man City. I gotta say, people, that as of now, I'm more worried about the games that we're gonna play against Bournemouth and Sunderland, because they are looking like title challengers. Seriously, 4 points behind us, Bournemouth, and 5 points behind us, Sunderland. So I'm really waiting and eager to see us play against Bournemouth and Sunderland. I think, well, those are 2 games that you have to win. You're obligated to win those games. Sorry, because they are looking like title challengers, and it's not a joke. Only lost two games, tied 2, and then Bournemouth tied 3, lost 1. 16 goals, just like us. So we're not going to talk about defensively, because of course we're the best defensive team in the league. But yeah, like, the fact that what champions do is they beat every single title challenger, and it's not a joke. Bournemouth and Sunderland are literally title challengers this season, because Man City, well, they are there, but they are, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're shit, just like Gattuso said. So they are not regular, they are not consistent. Man United, they're having literally the same season as City, so yeah, you get the idea. Liverpool, 4 losses in a row. That's not looking good. They're literally falling down. So the best teams right now are Bournemouth and Sunderland. And if you want to win the league, you have to beat the 2nd and 3rd and 4th place every single time. So yeah, I'm waiting for the Bournemouth game, waiting for the Sunderland game. Very confident, but also I'm going to say I'm very, kind of worried, not on our side, but more on their side, because those teams are teams that no one expected that they were going to do something, maybe middle of the table type of teams, but they are looking great. They're looking very confident, and that's what I would love to see, a game of us playing against them. Those are the games to watch this season, and whoever the teams that is in 2nd place, we have to beat them, same as the 3rd and 4th place. We have to make sure that we beat those teams and don't lose to the middle of the table teams. But at the moment, just very happy. Just go into some of the reactions from the fans. Just a second here, because I'm drinking my coffee. Let me just see right here, talking about Declan Rice, great tackle, I saw that, very good. There's fans here, well, Troops doesn't know what happened to Declan Rice. He went down, maybe tired. I saw him limping. I'm not gonna overcook, yeah, that might be, but I saw him limping. I don't think it's gonna be serious, but yeah, you're always worried about it. Now, this one, well, Bukayo Saka, I don't think he had a good performance, so the switch was because he wasn't looking very good. William Saliba, he was injured, so it's a worrying sign. The good thing is that we have guys that can replace him at the moment, so he's not going to be rushed. We're going to take care of him, and also we're going to take care of the situation on the pitch. Mosquera, Hincapié, guys that come on, well, they can come off the bench and do a job. Sorry guys, yeah, I had to drink my coffee because it was going cold. I just get into it. That's the, well, very, very, very surprising that Sunderland and, what was it, that I didn't want to watch that fucking thing. I don't know what that is. But yeah, like, very surprising that we have Bournemouth and Sunderland as the 2nd and 3rd. That's tough. What the fuck? That's the DT, no hair. But yeah, that's basically us right now. Just corners. Gabriel's gonna score every single corner. Raya, basically watching the games. Call of Fury, he didn't have too much to do today. Timber basically playing as a right wing. Saliba having a great time. So yeah, man, like standard performance. Boring Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal. We're looking very good defensively and we're looking very good in terms of how we manage games. It's just that we are lacking that scoring. We're lacking to get Gyökeres going. Gyökeres is not confident. And I'm genuinely thinking we need options. And by options I mean Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz. I'm not a Havertz fan, but we have to figure out something. And maybe it's not that he's not confident. Victor Gyökeres, for me, he's still the best striker in the world right now. Well, Erling Haaland actually, because he has 24 goals already this season. But he is the club second. Not how he's playing today. Like, not how he's playing this season, but hopefully he's going to get the rhythm going and we're going to get him going as a team and give him more options to score, because that's what he needs to gain confidence. The options that he had today, I'm very sure last season he would have took them, and maybe one of those two was going to be a goal. So it's very worrying to see that. And as how things are looking right now for Gyökeres, I think when Havertz comes into the team, he's going to be the starter. And I'm really eager to see Gabriel Jesus as well, because he is a different type of player from the ones that we have as possible strikers. And we're going to need him in some games, we're going to need a switch on the attacking end. And that guy is going to be the perfect switch, because his style is so different that we're going to need him. Yeah, it was a shit performance. It was boring Arsenal. We are back. Boring Arsenal. And as of now, I know I've been moaning about the manager and the tactics and the Arsenal performances, but I'm only caring right now about the 3 points. If you want to be a happy Arsenal fan, just focus on the 3 points. Our struggle is that we are not scoring more than one goal per game. We're relying only on set pieces. Defensively, we're looking great. The set pieces are working. And now, when the game comes in which the set piece is not going to be an option, what are we going to do in game to change that? That's what I want to see. I want to see a team that offensively, if the set pieces are not working, you're going to go and you're going to play free-flowing attacking football and you're going to score goals. That's what I want to see. I want to see Gyökeres score an open play goal. I want to see Eze playing that pass the same way he did to Martinelli against City. I want Eze to take on players and score goals. Because when the set piece is not going to work during a game, what are we going to do in game to change that? That's what I want to see from the manager, from the team, the tactics. As of now, the set piece and the way we're playing, boring Arsenal, conservative Arsenal, it's been working. Well, what are we going to do when it's not going to work? That's the thing. And hopefully we are going to find out something to get that rhythm going and score goals in game, not set pieces only, but in game. So just like we did against Atletico Madrid, just like we did against Leeds, that's what I want to see. We're not going to have that every single game, but in some of those games against certain oppositions in the Premier League, we're going to need that. So what are we going to do? We'll have to see. But that's the only worry I have. At the moment, happy with the 3 points. Just keep winning games. That's all we need. Take advantage that Liverpool and City are having a rough time. Now, Waneri not getting minutes, yes, I'm worried about it. I don't think the guy has had a bad game this season. He should have played today. He should have. But I don't think the manager fancies him, to be honest. So, yeah, that's basically it. The last 5 games, 2-0 win against Olympiacos, 2-0 win against West Ham, 1-0 win against Fulham, 4-0 win against Atletico, and 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. The Fulham and the Crystal Palace game, literally copy and paste. Literally. Set piece goal, that was it. Boring performance, boring performance, sorry. Boring Arsenal is back. Literally, that's it. So, but we are 4 points clear of the second place, and Bournemouth and Sunderland are right there. So that is good, bro. It's good, and hopefully we're going to beat those two teams and establish ourselves as the main team to win the league. This has to be the season. Has to be. So that's why I'm so focused on just get the 3 points. That's all we need. Get the 3 points. And I don't care if we go down as the most boring team to win the Premier League. If that's what's required for us to win the league, I don't care. Our faces are chatting. Yeah. Good, bro. Just very good. And we're hopefully we're gonna work with the season. That's something that I want. I don't want the pressure. I just want to keep winning games and be, I don't know, 15 points clear, something like that. That's all I want. But yeah, guys, without further to say, thank you guys for hearing this. Hope you have a great day. Like, subscribe, share, please. I'm trying to get the channel going. And I'll see you on the next game. Maybe in the middle of the season, talking about the team. Updates on the injuries. Hopefully the injuries that we saw today are not serious. But yeah, that's all I want to say, guys. Thank you so much for hearing it. Hope you have a great day, and bye bye.